Europe's most valuable company lost $500 billion in 20 months. In June 2024, Novo Nordisk was worth more than LVMH. Every handbag, every champagne house, every watch in Bernard Arnault's empire. A Danish company that makes a pen you click once a week had passed them all. $640 billion at the top. By March this year, about 150, not because the drug stopped working, because of what happened next. Here is the part that should not happen to a company that is winning. Novo built a drug specifically to beat its rivals, put the two head-to-head in its own trial, and lost 23% against 25.5%. They designed the fight, and they lost the fight. Tonight, 5 legendary methods read the wreck. 2 of them will walk away, and they cannot agree on why. And yet right now, 2/3 of every new weight loss prescription written in America is still theirs. That is the disagreement, not whether the golden years are over. They are, whether a company losing its lead in the laboratory is the same thing as a company losing its customers. To score it, you have to hold the thing they sell, not the ticker, the object. It lives in fridge doors now next to the milk. A slim plastic pen, no dial, no button, the needle hidden under a cap you never have to see. The dose is a color, one click through the skin once a week. That is the whole product, a molecule wrapped in plastic priced like rent. The newest version is not a pen at all, a white tablet in a foil strip, the same idea taught to survive the stomach. Novo's pill is the fastest growing thing it makes. Keep it in view, it decides a vote later tonight. The company exists because of a married couple. In 1922, a Danish physiologist named August Krogh sailed home from Toronto with the rights to insulin because his wife Marie was a doctor and a diabetic. A century of injections grew out of that one crossing. 100 years later, the family business is Kalundborg, 1.6 million square meters of stainless steel on a Danish fjord, around 4,400 people, the plant where the molecule is actually made. This is a manufacturing company, not an app. And for one summer, the market priced that concrete like a miracle. The company the Kroghs seeded was worth $640 billion. Then the miracle reached for its own price tag. Because the one number that matters now is the list price, and the list price was a case for the prosecution, 4 exhibits, all from the company's own hand. In February, Novo cut Wegovy's list price by up to half and Ozempic's by more than a third, heading for $675 a month. A company with a moat does not do this. A company under siege does. Exhibit 2 is 1 page long. On the 3rd of February, a filing landed with the SEC. Sales guidance cut to -5% to -13%. Growth was not slowing, it had turned negative. By the next close, 17% of the company was gone. Exhibit 3 came in envelopes, 9,000 jobs, about 1 in 9, roughly 5,000 of them in Denmark itself. In Kalundborg, the plant is the town. The packaging lines those people ran were built for a boom that guidance now says is not coming. Steel does not get severance, it just stands there. And Exhibit 4 already happened. On the 20th of March, the core semaglutide patents expired in India, China, Brazil, and South Africa. Around 50 generic brands appeared in India almost immediately. The American patents hold until 2032, so this is a company watching its own future arrive somewhere else first. The man who has to fix all of it only started last August. Mike Dausdar, a Novo veteran off the international business, handed the chair after the board pushed out his predecessor, Lars Fruergaard Jorgensen, as the stock fell. His job description is the ugliest in European industry: cut the prices, cut the jobs, and keep the customers while you do it. 5,000 Danish households now know the golden years are over. What nobody agrees on is what the next 10 are worth, so the file went to the board. 5 chairs, 5 published methods run as models. The methods never the men: Graham on price, Greenblatt on quality, Ackman on control, Druckenmiller on the turn, Buffett on the moat. Every verdict stays sealed until its chair votes. First, the Benjamin Graham method, the oldest voice in the room. It ignores the story entirely, weighs the business like scrap metal, and reads the scale.
The scale says this: trailing earnings near 10 to 12 times, enterprise value about 7.7 times operating earnings, a free cash flow margin above 25%, and cash conversion over 120. Statistically, that is too cheap for a business still this profitable. The method does not know who wins the next trial. It does not care. Graham buys the balance sheet, not the headline.
The Graham chair votes by, an 8, 1 vote in, and the coldest read in the room is also the calmest. The Joel Greenblatt method, the magic formula, cheap and good ranked across the whole market, 2 numbers, no adjectives.
Number 1. Returns on invested capital still run near 40%, even after the worst 20 months in the company's history. That is top decile of everything the formula has ever ranked. Number 2. The price just fell into the bargain bin. Top decile returns on capital at a bottom decile price is precisely the setup the formula was built to find. It does not read the news, it ranks it.
Greenblatt votes by, another 8, 2 buys from the 2 methods that refuse to open a newspaper, now the first descent, and it has nothing to do with the drug. The activist method, Bill Ackman's Playbook. Find a great business run badly, take a seat at the table, force the change. Before the price can even matter, it needs one thing, a lever.
Here is Novo's table. The Novo Nordisk Foundation controls 77.3% of the votes through A shares that legally cannot be sold. Not will not, cannot. Look at the campus in Bagsvärd. Still water, pale brick, no drama. It is calm because it answers to a foundation that cannot be bought and was built to outlive everyone in this room. So there is no board seat to fight for, no spin-off to force, no buyback to demand. No outside investor can compel anything here. At any price, ever. The framework does not fail on valuation, it does not apply.
Ackman's chair pass, a 2, not because the business is bad, because the door has no handle on the outside. The Stanley Druckenmiller method, it never trades the level. It trades the change, and it wants to be early, loud, and gone before the crowd updates.
Guidance cut in February, raised in May. The oral pill beat estimates by roughly 2 times in its first full quarter. That is the trend turning while the newspapers are still printing the crash. The stock is up around 36% off the low, and analysts are still downgrading it. The fundamentals do not have to get good, they have to stop getting worse. In the first quarter they did buy it, and cut fast if the next print reverses.
Druckenmiller votes buy with an exit taped to the door. A 7, 3 buys, 1 structural pass, 1 chair left, the one that stings. The Warren Buffett method, 1 test, brutal in its simplicity. Can you say with confidence what this business earns 10 years from now?
Try it. A company cutting its own prices in half under political pressure, whose next generation drug lost the trial it designed, whose cheapest competitors just arrived on 3 continents at once. Say the 2036 number out loud. You cannot. This is not a bad business. It may even be a cheap one. The other chairs are probably right about that. It is an unpredictable one, and this method does not buy uncertainty at any discount.
Buffett's chair pass, a 3, the tally is in, 3 buys, 2 passes, and the 2 passes do not share a single reason. Ford Graham 8, Greenblatt 8, Ackman 2, Druckenmiller 7, Buffett 3, Composite 5.6, and the spread is the point. 3 buys for 3 incompatible reasons. Graham on cheapness, Greenblatt on quality, Druckenmiller on the turn. They agree on the answer and on nothing else. And the strongest counter to the bears, stated fairly. 65% of new American prescriptions are still Novos. Clinical superiority on a slide has repeatedly failed to move prescriptions quickly because formularies, physician habit, and patient trust move slower than trial data. So the bear case may be mixing up 2 different wounds: margin compression, which is real and probably permanent, and demand destruction, which the volume data does not yet show. Which is why the arc did not end at the bottom. 640, about 150, 213 today. The recovery is partial, and partial is exactly what a live disagreement looks like.
So here's where I land. 5 methods, 3 buys, 2 passes. And neither dissenter says no for the same reason. Ekman walks because nobody can ever force this company to change. Buffett walks because he cannot see 10 years through a price war. Both can be right about the method and wrong about the stock. That is what makes this one live. My red, the market is pricing the laboratory. The customers are still voting at the pharmacy counter. Watch which one blinks first. Which company should the board score next? Tell me in the comments and give me your own score on this one. One thing before you go. Everything you heard tonight came from AI models of these investors' published methods, not the investors themselves, not their firms, and not investment advice. The numbers were July 2026. Rerun them with today's. Take your seat at the table.
Case filed. When 5 investors cannot agree, the next earnings print casts the deciding vote. The stamp is already inked for the next name.